Oh, wait, the lads, ladies and gentlemen. Well, oh, wait, this is the wrong channel. I shouldn't say oh, wait, the lads, I guess. Well, no, never mind. I'm going to rep Newcastle every time I can. And we are live here on the Top FCTV channel. We're going to recap the UCL. Oh, man, what a week we've had. Round 3 of the greatest tournament in the world, aside from the World Cup, of course. We got the Champions League round 3. A lot of matches to talk about. A lot of teams from the England side that we need to talk about. Mostly winners. Unfortunately for me, are my Newcastle team right there. Lewis knows we lost yesterday in a tough match. We're going to talk about it. Hopefully, Laurent can come on because we're supposed to be on with him, and we can chat on what's happening with none other than the Tune. And um, not only that, we're going to talk about PSG Milan, of course. That involves Newcastle as well in their group. We got Manchester City Young Boys. They do what they're supposed to do. And Laurent is going to give the full scores of everything on the Champions League. But Atletico Madrid Celtic, that was a nice tie. Barcelona beating Shakhtar Donetsk, and a match that got a little bit tough for Barcelona at the end as Shakhtar scored, but they couldn't get it done. They couldn't bring on the tie. Porto Antwerp. Then we got Leipzig and Red Star. We got Sociedad, and we got Benfica. We got Braga, Real Madrid. Real Madrid doing what they have to do. However, still like Barcelona, almost putting that in jeopardy. We got Napoli, Union Berlin, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Arsenal as well as they get the win they most desperately needed, and also the great and powerful Manchester United as they got the win that they were also looking for. We are live on Twitter as well, man. So you can join us on there. We're on Facebook. We are on YouTube. Clearly, you can join us. And again, we're going to be talking about the UCL and everything that it involves. However, I'm waiting on Laurent to come on. And by the way, thank you to everybody. If you're a Newcastle United man, you can come on this group chat that we just invented. And Dave is part of that one. Lewis is part of that one. Lewis and Dave, you got to get all your Newcastle friends, which I know you have a million, to go out there and join that group. You guys can invite anybody you want, but obviously Newcastle fans. But anyways, we got this Champions League situation going on, and I'm trying to see if Laurent is coming on. He better be coming on. Lewis says, "Hi, Chris. Hey, man, what's up, Lewis? Lewis, it is the best league in the world. The Premier League or the tournament is the best tournament in the world. The Champions League, right? That we're back on. That Newcastle's back on after 20 years. We got you see how I look at things from both sides. We lost yesterday, but at least it was our first loss in 20 years, right? In the Champions League. So that's not so bad, right? Uh Lewis is dodgy referee, bloody Portuguese referee. Yeah. He was tough yesterday, man. 100%. 100%. He wasn't giving us anything. Well, I mean, it's not his job to give us anything, right? Either. So I guess that's a plus. Let me go to the stream though. You're doing this recap, man. I guess we weren't as ready because flipping Laurent is not coming on. But I guess we can talk about every match. We can start a little bit. Um, we can talk about Newcastle and new Newcastle deal since we got Newcastle fans watching right now until Laurent can come on. Um, man, I feel like I just did a show for the Newcastle for the Magpie channel, so I'm gonna repeat myself, but it's okay. Well, Newcastle, I mean, we just we couldn't get it done. We tried and tried, and at the end, did we deserve to tie the game? I think so. I think we did. But at the end of the day, it's not football is not about deserving. Football is about getting it done. And in the very beginning, I'm going to look at the stats right here and hopefully share the stats, some of the stats with you guys. If you think about this, which this is crazy, right? And this is one of the reasons why I think that we either could have won the match or that we could at least we deserved the game should have been a tie because every single stat we we are every single important stat we got it. As far as the Newcastle and Dortmund goes, we were pretty close. As a matter of fact, on some of them, we deserved more. And Newcastle yesterday at least deserved a tie, but they couldn't get it. As far as shots on target or shots, 12 for Newcastle, 13 for Borussia. Shots on target, 5 for Borussia Dortmund, 3 for Newcastle. Now, I don't know who did the stats, but I guarantee you Newcastle had more than 3 on target. We got at least 3 crossbars, let alone, you know what I'm saying? I think we even got 4 crossbars, man. I think we got a header, we got a Callum Wilson that he didn't mean to do it, but it was going in. Um, we got a few on possession of the ball. A lot of them, we got 61 percent possession for Newcastle, 39% for Borussia, and that really got unbalanced at the end because we were just on their side, trying to get the tie, trying to get the win, trying to get the tie at least, but it just wasn't going to happen. It was not going to happen. But some people don't like that stat, to come into is a it doesn't mean when you just because you have the possession of the ball doesn't mean that you are playing better. But if you watch the game, you know that Newcastle was doing everything in their power to put on to just tie the game at least. And but we couldn't do that. And as I was saying on the Magpie channel just a while ago, some games you just are not going to be able to win. And yesterday, we were not going to win the game no matter what we did. No matter what we did. Isak coming off 15 minutes. Murphy not even lasting 5 minutes. We were just not going to win that game. And unfortunately, it sucks. But you just have to move on. And Dave, one of our commentators on the chat, he was just saying, it's just one of those games. So you have to move on. You have to, you just weren't going to get that game. Now we have bigger things to worry about, bigger than this loss. Newcastle United has bigger things to worry about. And what are those things? You're losing Tonali. You knew that, but getting that confirmed today was still a gut punch. You got Isak out on a reoccurring injury, and then you got Murphy out for 3 months at least. And then you got a calendar that's pretty full because you got next week we got to play. This week we got to play against Wolves. Which, by the way, if you're a Newcastle fan, we're gonna have that watch along on the Magpie channel. You got Manchester United for the EFL Cup. It's a must win because we're playing against Manchester United, and because um we still got to compete. We still want to win. It's not a matter of okay, now we're gassed. We got injured players. We're just gonna move on. Now that doesn't work like that. If you want to be a big club, if you want to be a club that gets recognized worldwide, all the tournaments, every single time, and get it done. Sometimes you're not going to be able to get it done. I get that. Sometimes it's not going to happen. But at the end of the day, you still have to uh, you still have to go out there and try to win every single competition that you can. So that situation, the injuries is in the absence of Tonali is more important than the loss yesterday, because Newcastle. I mean, what does Newcastle have ahead of them for the Champions League? And I'm going to try to share my screen if I can, because you still got a lot of time. You got a lot of time. Uh, you know, this game is not over yet. This tournament is not over yet. And certainly I didn't think so. And I'm sure most Newcastle fans knew that that was not going to be the case. You know what I'm saying? So let me see if I can zoom in. What the heck? Why am I so far apart? Come on now. But man, that's as far as I can get it. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I'm trying to see how I can show you what we got right here. Or maybe if I do this. Oh no, not this. Maybe if I show you, baby, if I show you. There we go. We can kind of see it, sorta. You'll see my stuff up there, but that's okay. Um, okay, so this is the group right now for Newcastle United. We're gonna dive into every group, and we're gonna talk about the Champions League in total. Until I'm talking about Newcastle until of course Laurent comes on and he decides to join the chat because he is my partner in crime for the Football Tonight show. Um, but I guess he's probably not able to. But regardless, I mean, right now we're Newcastle is third, losing their last match. Dortmund second, but you got the same amount of points as Dortmund, so you know it's not it's not a you're not out of even Milan has a chance to qualify. So what we're not going to be we can't go crazy over yesterday's loss. We can go crazy over the situation, the injuries, and certainly maybe not performing up to par with what we know Newcastle can do. And that's this is a team that's been building and building and building, and all of a sudden, I mean, this is the first loss in 8 games. 8. What team can say that? Only top teams in top form can say that. And we only tied 2 of those games of those 8 games. So, I mean, you see it right there, man. We got a lot of Newcastle has a lot of chances, 4 points. They if they win, if they beat I keep saying Newcastle's rival is Dortmund. If they beat Dortmund at home in next match, then Newcastle gets to 7 points. They stay with 4, and it's about PSG, on that one. And that I'm not sure. Yeah, and the AC Milan is going to pay PSG at San Siro in Italy as well. So, so hopefully Milan can beat PSG. That could be a thing. And then if that happens, then well, they get to 5 points, and but Newcastle would be first, and so now it becomes the whole group is open, and it's still open right now in a sense. It's still open right now. So just keep that food for thought. I know I can see the question. Lewis says, "Why is Dortmund ahead of Newcastle?" Um, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. We got more goals than they do. Did we? Oh, because we conceded. Oh, because we conceded 2 goals. Is that a thing? Uh, I don't know. Maybe because they conceded. Maybe because we conceded 2 goals, but we got more goals. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think we should be third, but this is kind of I don't know, kind of weird. But yeah, to your point, you're right. You're right. To your point, maybe we should be, but at the end of the day, we got the same amount of points. This is kind of, picking right there. But this group is open, and again, if AC Milan beat PSG at home and we beat Dortmund, then we really get in a good position. Newcastle, I should say. This is a unbiased channel here on the Top FCTV, but and then right now it's open, and if we beat them at Dortmund and AC Milan beats PSG, then it just becomes a big situation. Shout out to Caden who says, "Have you seen a huge bar mistake in the Aberdeen game?" No, I have not actually. Um, if you have a link to it, or I can look it up, then I can we can talk about it. Let me see the Aberdeen. I'm gonna put the Aberdeen bar mistake. Oh man, that's for the Europa League again. Oh no, that was 3 weeks ago. I was about to say I actually don't see it. If you have a link to it, I can watch it. I have not heard about it at all, Caden. So you would have to send me a link on the chat or something, and I can look it up real quick. But I have not seen that. Maybe if I Google it, I put it on YouTube. I don't see anything, but I'm gonna try to Google it. And okay, so that was 2 weeks ago. You talking about the one 2 weeks ago? Yeah, that all I see is 2 weeks ago. The UK goal disallowed by VAR for offside. That's Aberdeen versus what are we talking about? Aberdeen. Oh my gosh, versus St. Johnstone. But that's like that's not even what is that? It's versus Panathinaikos. Is that what you said? Um, I guess let me see. Versus I would try to. I'm trying to look it up. 3-0 Panathinaikos. That's that was a beat down. But again, if there was a mistake, it's still a mistake. But yeah, I cannot see it. Let me see if I can try to look up highlights or something. But no, I don't see it, Caden. If you could send me the link, man, just post the link on the chat and I'll be able to see it. Um, yeah, the highlights must not be. Yeah, they're probably not up, and we'll have to see them. When you see the highlights, let me know. Lewis says sometimes the gods will not look down on us against Dortmund. Um, he also says because the goal difference, we should be ahead of them. Yeah, um, because we got more goals than them, so that we should be ahead. But sometimes I don't know. But again, we got 4 points, and that's ultimately what matters until something else happens. And then if it gets really tight, then yeah, goals do matter. But they have to explain what's happening there. Um, oh, it was 3-2, Caden, that game. But when I looked it up, it said 3-0, but it's not even showing up on. Let me see. Let me look at Sofa score. But what I mean, what you know what happened? So what was the call that wasn't called? The call that wasn't called, or what was it? Let me know in the comment section, man. Let me know what's happening, and I'm sure it was for the UEFA, the Europa League, right? Um, yeah, you got to put a link for me, man. Let me know in the chat. Shout out to you, Louis. Thank you for doing that. But yeah, man, let's keep recapping the Champions League. Of course, a game that was really really important. Oh, you sent it to me right there. Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you. You sent it to in the group chat. I got you. Come on. Okay, so Aberdeen, what the manager said, the Aberdeen manager Bobby Barry Robson tells, is he related to any Robson that we know in the UK? Tells TNT Sports the slip is really difficult. You can't coach that. The player doesn't know it'll happen. The next goal is a deflection that went against us. Johnny should do better. Big Ruby Rubizik was emotional at the end of the game there. He needs to be calm at this level. But I just would like to know the play. Um, I mean, that's what the manager said, but I would like to know the actual play. I would like to see what was done. Um, was it a mistake, like was it a VAR mistake or was it a player mistake? What was it? Um, So yeah, let me know, Caden. And Dave Moore, welcome, brother. It says finally got here. Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming on the YouTube channel. We are live here on Top FCTV with a recap of the Champions League. And of course, if something comes up with the Europa League, like Caden is saying, then we're going to talk about it. Of course, if something big, we're going to talk about it. Lewis, it is also in the WhatsApp group. Yeah, I saw that, brother. Thank you, Lewis. And yeah, we got to recap. We got to do some UCL recap. So let us know, Caden, if you find more information. I would like to see the video of what you're talking about. But let's talk about our rivals here. Newcastle's rivals. They AC Milan lost, a tough loss for AC Milan that really that puts PSG with 6 points, really high up there. Well, not really high, but 2 points above Dortmund and Newcastle. But really puts Milan in a tough situation where they need points as soon as possible. And that's the thing right there, that they need points. And now you're gonna battle at home. That's their last home game that Newcastle has. You're gonna battle an AC Milan that's gonna be hungry, that really needs some points. And that you're going to have to beat them. You're going to have to beat them because they're going to come out full force trying to get some points. Because if they win their match against PSG, or they just tie, let's just say they tie PSG in the next match, that means that will put them at 3 points. PSG at 7. And then they come home to Newcastle and beat Newcastle. Let's just say that. That gives them 3 points. So that they will put them at 6 points with PSG at 7. And if Newcastle don't win or tie against Dortmund, that would put Dortmund at 5, Newcastle at 5, and 6. And if they lose, I know I'm making a spaghetti and I'm mixing it all up, but I hope that you can follow me. If the next two matches Milan ties and wins, and Newcastle ties and loses at home against Milan, then Milan has a legitimate shot of qualifying. And of course, they're going to get in the battle with Dortmund. So those are the things. If you're a Milan fan, you still got opportunities. If you're a PSG fan, you definitely got opportunities now with 6 points. And obviously, they're the most comfortable right now. If Newcastle would have gotten the win against Dortmund, they really would be in a comfortable space. They would be with 7 points and really looking down on other teams. It depends on if PSG would have won, then of course we still be first and PSG second. And so therefore, this is a really, really tight group, no matter how you see it. And even though Milan has 2 points, you still got it's tight. It's tight. And so this is the group of death. And you still have to battle every single match. So that's why I'm saying in the next match with Borussia Dortmund, you have to go Newcastle, beat them. You have to go get the win. You can't speculate. And AC Milan, of course, as well, has a legitimate shot. PSG, etc. So we're gonna move out of this group. And Caden says, look at the bottom 3 paragraphs. Okay, so I'm gonna look it up. It says right there. Let me zoom in real quick. It's a learning experience. You said last 3. Oh, the last 3 right there. They got it wrong once. Again, it's not even hard to get it right. It's happened to us in the past. I don't know why it's not been checked. I know the referee has come in and kicked his own door on the way in. I don't know if that's an indication that he knows he's made a mistake, but he cost us tonight. We made mistakes and lost goals, but the referee and VAR made a mistake. It doesn't help us now, does it? What do we do now? Do we sit and argue at it again? It doesn't help me any. It's a learning experience, but this is a top team we're up against. We pressed at the right times. We could have been better with the ball. We know that. I'm pretty gutted for the players because what a performance that was. Ooh. And again, I get that he feels Barry Robson feels like he was penalized, but I don't know what the play was. So yeah, they take ages for the highlights. Fourth minute, you said. They more anything can happen, mate. Yes, you're sure anything can happen. I think you sent something on the group, Lewis. Oh, the last minute. This must be it then. I gotta be careful with the copyright things. Oh, you got me. Oh, damn it. See right there. That's the problem of you being in the UK, man. Uh, yeah. Because yeah, I cannot watch it, unfortunately. But so was it a penalty that wasn't a penalty? Okay, then and if so, then I can see what the frustration is. But let me see who has. Well, it should be who has the rights here in the okay right there 28 minutes. So okay, we're gonna look at it. What minute? The 4th minute you said. We got to be careful with the copy strike, with the copyright strike. But 4th minute. What was it? What minute was the penalty? That way I can't mess around and just play the whole video. But I don't see a penalty there. And you're not telling me, Kaden. I need to know where the penalty. Actually, I guess I can look it up. Screw it. But I mean, you got me intrigued now, right here. You got me intrigued, so now I want to see it. Let me see the penalty. Penalty awarded at the 94th minute. Oh man. Oh, this is the VAR check. Yeah, right here, right here. But actually, let me just watch it for myself because I don't want to get a copyright. and after that, we're gonna kind of show what's we're gonna kind of show it for you guys. So, um, okay, so the white is Panathinaikos, right? Or Panathinaikos. I don't want to say it wrong, but PAOK. Okay, so right there. So what was the penalty? So the dude crosses the ball. It goes dead on the right side. Now there's a guy complaining that his foot hurts. Oh, is that the penalty? Oh, I see it. Mate, man. Okay, I gotta show it. I gotta show it. I gotta show it. I gotta show it. I gotta show it to you, man. Okay, so nothing happens really, but the play goes dead. Let me put this thing. The play goes dead, and then look at this play right here. Oh, you see that? You see that? Oh my gosh. Okay, look. The defender tries to get the ball and he steps on the player's foot. Right on the line, but his foot was inside the box though, Caden. Uh Caden, are you an Aberdeen fan? Tell me for real, man. Uh Tell me if you're an Aberdeen fan, because I don't want to break your heart, Caden. But listen, I think this what does everybody else think? I mean, this one is tight. This one is tight, man. But I mean, he does have the foot. He steps on his foot, man. Now, if you're telling me there was another play that wasn't, uh, it was a different one. So it's not. This is not the play. This is the one he called. Come on, man. Look at that. Look at that. Let me go back a little bit. Right there. He steps on that foot right there, man. No, but that's the one that gets called, right? Because I mean, I'm not gonna play it there, but um, so he goes to VAR. Oh wait, so Aberdeen won. Oh, wait a minute. So it wasn't for Panathinaikos. So what minute was it? Yeah, this is the one. 94th minute. There's a penalty awarded. That's the one. That's the only penalty that was awarded the whole game, right? There's an argument. Yeah. That's the only penalty I see that was awarded. So it's okay. So Panathinaikos goes. Yeah, it was. So it was. It's okay then. It was a penalty then for you. I mean, you think it was a penalty. Um, Dave Moore, man, at the seven. Oh, okay. So you mean like Aberdeen had a, a possible penalty just like that? Okay. So yeah, he called penalty on this one, and let me just watch it before I go to this. Man, it's incredible. We're supposed to be reviewing the UCL, but we're going with the Europa. No big deal. You know, new stuff happening every time. And of course, that's a penalty goes in. Okay, you say 75th minute. I'm not 100% that they're going to show it though, because I don't know if that's a highlight part of the highlights. I got 74th minute. But that shouldn't be it because Panathinaikos is attacking, and then they're scored at the 72nd minute. They're right there. They scored. So seven. No, yeah, they skip it. They skip it. They don't go to the 76th. They go to the 79th from the 72nd minute. So yeah, I don't see the thing at all. But man, oh man, if it was just like that, then surely they deserve to get that call. But that was a penalty, though, man. I mean, he stepped on him like that, harsh. You know that had to hurt. His toes are probably bloody. And you know, at the end of the day, it was a penalty. It was on the line. Now his foot moved it outside of the penalty area, but that doesn't mean anything. So yeah. But Dave Moore says right there, could have gotten an Oscar right there. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing, Dave. Anyways, let's keep on moving, man. Let's go through some of these scores for the Champions League. Thank you to everybody that's watching, man. All of you are amazing. Please drop a like. Drop a like on the stream, man. I appreciate all of you to keep growing this channel, Top FC TV. We got more content on football, general football, not just Newcastle United. So keep dropping a like. 10 people right now watching. Thank you so much. Let's talk about some of these some of these this game. So let's talk about a little bit of Arsenal talk. Um, you know, Arsenal get in their game. They had to win this one. They had to win this game. Kaden, whose highlights are you checking? I'm checking the highlights that were sent to me. Or actually, I looked up on Google. Yeah. So, yeah, it was this match. When you talk about matches, Arsenal had to win their match against Sevilla. They had to. They had to. If not, they would be in a really, really difficult situation. We can look at this group real quick and see what's happening. Um, and Arsenal right now are first with their win. They lost against Lens, which would have been a game that you thought, they should have won. But at the end, and if they would have won that game, they would be really comfortable. But at the end of the day, they're sitting on 6, and Lens with 5, looking good. Sevilla is look. I thought Sevilla was going to qualify. I do have my predictions somewhere around here that I'm going to talk about at the after the group stages are off, are gone. But Sevilla, man, I thought they were going to be better. PSV really bad. But Arsenal looks like they're going to get this group, so I don't think that's a big deal. Um, you put the video of Aberdeen, okay. If you put it up there, okay, we're gonna have to show it on here. Oh, you see it right there. That's good. See, that's the WhatsApp group, man. Okay, the audio. I'm gonna mute the audio because I don't want you to be cursing and Jordy out there. Okay, so this is supposed to be the penalty. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Uh, let me see. I mean, that's a tough one now. Because I don't know if the foot actually connects, but I'm just gonna go with the body movement, the natural body movement. I'm gonna say this was a penalty. But wait, but not really though, because just because he puts his body on him doesn't mean that it was a penalty. I mean, you have to see some foot on another foot. You have to see something like that. Because yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I'm gonna let it play though. Maybe there's another. Oh, see right there, right there. We're gonna see it. Wait. Ooh, that's nice. I want to pause it right there. Um, he does hit his leg now. I don't know, man. That's tough. But the more we look at it, the more you get into this situation. But I just don't know that was enough to put him on the ground. But I mean, that was nice though, Lewis. Hey man, you gonna be a reporter, man. You got all the insights, brother. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, Caden. That's a good one though. That's nice. Nice for you. Nice for you to bring that stuff on here, man. I like it. Um, okay, let's talk more. Real Madrid beating Braga 2-1 as well. PSV tying with Lens. That was a big help for Arsenal. Real Sociedad beating Benfica. That's tough for the Portuguese. Another match that was a must watch was Manchester United Copenhagen. I mean, they had to win this match. If not, they would have been out of the. I mean, they would have been in bad shape because, as you know, Bayern Munich beating Galatasaray in Turkey. So that was a must win, and of course, that puts them in 9 points. Galatasaray with 4 points, and Galatasaray's loss and Manchester United's win puts Manchester United back in the game because United was out, and so right now he needs to he has a shot of they have a shot of making it. Now the next match for United will be, I'm sure, where's it going to be? Let me see. Manchester City, Newcastle. That's going to be a big one. Copenhagen. I think everybody is playing their same rival. So yeah, Copenhagen again, and so they have an opportunity um to beat this team again, get another 3 points. Let me try to come on. Where's United at? Are you kidding me? Where did United go? Okay, so get 3 points, and then they can add those 3 points, and so it puts them in a really really good shape, man. And I think Copenhagen is done, only 1 point. So it's going to be about Man United and Galatasaray at this point. So that's gonna be interesting. I think they have a legitimate shot. The thing is though that they don't play good. Unfortunately, they don't play good. Um, so I think Laurent is about to join us at some point. But hey, Lewis, man, put hook it up, man. Put if you can hook it up. Put some magpie into that group chat. So do your thing. Lewis says, "At least I got it for you." Thank you, man. Dave Moore says, play the man, but bit 50-50 as well." Yeah, yeah. I think it was. I don't think I would have called that a penalty. That's kind of an iffy situation. Lewis says, "Where is he? He's late." Yeah, Laurent. Yeah, he's late, man. He's been late. 38 minutes late. We're gonna tell him he's supposed to be. He's supposed. I don't know what he's doing. I think he was at work, but regardless, we still got a little bit of UCL to discuss. And thank God this audio is not gonna go to the listening platforms, to the podcast, because it's kind of all over the place. But I like it because it's nice. It's nice. I like the interaction. So keep on commenting. Keep on dropping a like. Keep making the stream grow, ladies and gentlemen. We have a nice review of the UEFA Champions League, and of course, if Kaden wants to bring more stuff, we got it, man. We are here to discuss what's going on. Uh, we can talk a little bit until he gets here. Hopefully, he gets here at some point in time in life in today, because I have to go eat. I've been working all day. Um, let's see. You commented something, Lewis, but I can't. Okay, say because how will other people understand? But we're watching before. Yeah, yeah. Before we were listening to it. Yeah, that's true. Uh, that is 100% true. So this Barcelona group, I mean, it's kind of it's Porto and Barcelona. I think I had these two already, or did I put in my predictions? Did I put Shakhtar? No, I think I did Porto, Barcelona. Barcelona almost lost against Shakhtar. Almost lost. I mean, they almost tied the game. But Barcelona has a lot of injuries, and how do y'all think? I mean, y'all watch European football, man. What are you thinking of Barcelona, Real Madrid, El Clasico, one of the biggest matches, if not for some people, the biggest match in the world? Real Madrid, Barcelona this weekend, Saturday. Uh, oh man, Laurent got. I think I told him the wrong time because he's like, you told me 4:30. It's a different time. I don't know if you when you live in the U.S. is a different time zone. But Laurent, Laurent, what's up, man? Oh wait, hold on. Let me add you to the thing.
Hey man, I'm here. Hey, what? Oh, this is a nice background. This isn't even my normal background.
Hey,
Look at this.
yeah,
Hey, I come
oh,
into the office. Come and knock on my door.
man, we got about 20 minutes of. Man, I guess I told you the wrong time
Yes, yes, you did.
because are you not 2 hours before me? Oh yes, you are. When you so I don't know. I don't know why I said I was with the other stream, man. I
It's
apologize. But
okay. It's
anyways,
okay. Hello, everyone. How you doing? I'm here. I was taking a nap on my couch.
oh my goodness, that's how much you don't. That's how much you don't watch the show on your own, man, because you don't even get the notifications on your damn phone. But anyways, we got to get into it. So give us a rundown, man. You do this score thing. So give us a rundown on what's happened with the UEFA Champions League.
I will get to that, but first. Well, UEFA Champions League, I'm going to get it up right as quickly as I can. First thing we know, United won. We know that let's see. Let me actually do it official before we start going, before I make anyone crazy. Okay, we're just going to run through match day 3 and start Put the time on the clock. Here we go.
Go.
Bayern Munich 3 defeat Galatasaray away. Bayern Munich gave up more shots than they've ever given up in a Champions League in their life. Up and down game. Galatasaray don't win it, but Bayern Munich find a way. Inter 2, Red Bull Salzburg 1. Inter getting themselves moving. They're doing well. Salzburg not as good as they think they are. The great and powerful Union Berlin lose at home to Napoli. Union Berlin on a 9-game losing streak. Their ultras addressed the team and were like, hey, you guys are all right with us. A game you and I were both worried about. Sevilla 1, Arsenal 2. They get it done, Arsenal, away in the Sanchez Pizjuan. Good for them. Our boys, your boy Bellingham, in the rock garden that is Braga. Real Madrid 2, Braga 1. Real Madrid undefeated. 1-1 Lens PSV. I guess the Dutch league is not completely falling apart. Real Sociedad over Benfica. Real Sociedad is my secret favorite team, giving us Odegaard and a final resting place for David Silva. He's not dead, just that's where he ended his career. And Man United 1, Copenhagen 0. Harry Maguire, the legend. Onana, the legend. The scenes in this game were incredible. Jan Agafiotar, famous striker of the Premier League, said the first half was the worst performance he'd ever seen from Manchester United in a European game, in first half only. Then the babies, play the babies. Barcelona and their squad of 16-year-olds defeat Shakhtar Donetsk 2-1 at home. They're finding a way. Xavi is connected to it all. Feyenoord 3, Lazio 1. That's good. I don't know anything about what's going on in Lazio. Then your boys at St. James's Park, 0-1 to Borussia Dortmund. This was the biggest game that Borussia Dortmund had won away from home in 20 years in the Champions League. You can look it up. They don't beat anybody away from home. RB Leipzig 3. My boys from Red Star 1. My cat is meowing. Young Boys 1, Man City 3, Haaland scores 2, easy game for City. PSG 3, Milan 0. Milan did not show up in this game, and my guy Leao, again, doing stepovers, losing by 3 goals in the midfield. Don't know what's going on there. Celtic 2, Atletico 2. This game was wild. Celtic Park on European nights is a cauldron. They do what they want, they say what they want, and they blow games 2-0. But Atleti do amazing things there. And Porto 4, Antwerp 1. Wow. That was with cats. That was without the scores being up. You cannot do better than that. Actually, you can do much better than that.
Man, it's been your damn cat meowing. That's okay. It's been one hell of a week for the Champions League, of course. But I mean, I was just saying that Manchester United with that win and Galatasaray losing with Bayern definitely puts United back in track. I mean, they can fight for this one,
Yeah,
really well, man. And so
but again, United are
they don't play well.
playing terrible.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, they're getting bailed out by Harry Maguire. I mean, listen, we can say what we want about Harry Maguire. I think ultimately his level is really, he's a Europa League player, really, ultimately. That's the best level he's going to
You
get.
don't think? Come on, you don't think he played well yesterday?
No, he did play well yesterday, but I'm saying, like, they almost gave up that goal early where he sort of came in early. And that's the kind of mistake that he makes. And he doesn't have the recovery speed. Ultimately, he ended up playing well and they get the draw. That they get the win. That's great for them. But
Right.
he's still a lightning rod. But I think now he has to play. Like, they don't have anyone else.
Yeah,
Varane's not good. He's injured every other game. Lisandro Martinez, if he really has broken his foot or has an Achilles, he may never be good again. And then it's Johnny Evans. So Harry Maguire is Manchester United's best defender. He has to play every week. And now Onana, he's still, is it me or is it you? Is it me? Does he look tiny in goal? He looks,
Oh, he's not a tall
but
goalkeeper.
it seems like he's getting smaller. It's almost like, you ever play the old video game NBA Jam and you get the small head on and you have like a little tiny player and you run around. He looks like they put a cheat code in and he looks tiny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. But I mean, they do have a shot still, man. They have a
Oh
shot.
yeah,
So
they absolutely have a chance for sure. I
yeah.
mean, there's still same thing with your boys in Newcastle. Absolutely have a
Oh yeah,
chance to get
we
through.
definitely have a chance. We did mess up. I mean, but
Yeah, that's
we didn't start the way we wanted. But the problem is, or the thing is that at the end, you know, because of the score, we really pushed on them, and they were against their goal, man. I mean, they were just so that's why I think we deserved a tie. But nothing was going to go in our favor.
yeah. I think Newcastle probably deserved a tie. I think the big thing with that game is from the Dortmund perspective, the narrative perspective, they do not defend like this. And the fact that they did gives them a big leg up, gives them confidence as well. Like this is a mature performance by Dortmund. They never do this. They blow games. The history of Dortmund is to not hang on, is to not play defensive, is to not get stuck in, is to not show grit, is to not go to St. James's Park and hang in there. That's why it's such a big deal for them that they were able to do that, because otherwise their history is one of, you want to talk about Spursy. Dortmund is Spursy. Like they're the ones who blow things like this.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a setup for them to blow it in the end. I don't know, but this group is wild. Thank God for it, because otherwise it's a little bit quiet. I mean, if
Yeah,
you
I know
want,
the groups.
we can go through the groups, or we can go through the week's preview. What do you want to do?
Well, actually, at this point, I think we talk about. I mean, we know that I mean, Atletico Madrid tied with Celtic, or I mean, you gave the scores, and at this point, everything is kind of boring. I mean, City's group, and
Hmm.
it's kind of boring as well. Barcelona with the modest group as well. So I mean, everybody. What we can do is kind of try to preview what's coming this weekend
Mm.
for the Champions. I mean, not the Champions.
Hmm.
The
Premier League.
Premier League. The Premier League is going to look good, man. Manchester United derby.
Oh, baby. Yeah, these
Manchester derby,
games,
not Manchester
the
United.
Manchester Derby, yeah. These games for me, I always go into them very confident. I always feel like City are going to win. I always feel like it's a foregone conclusion. But then somehow United pull these games out of their butts. Uh, Last year, at home, you had the Rashford offside goal. He was so offside that they had to talk about it for 2 weeks. I mean, he ran over a ball and they didn't call the offside. And then, Fernandez finished it. Yes, technically, but that's United at home getting a call. That's fine. The game, thank God, is the last game. So I'll probably go live late on Sunday for the late game to pull that one out. But there's other games that I think are really interesting to check out. I like West Ham Everton. Oh wow, there are no games on. I really thought I was going to find something interesting. It really is all about the Manchester Derby. The
Yeah.
schedule is pretty weak. We start the week with Palace versus Spurs. Then
Oh, so let's go. We got 20 minutes. So let's review where we got about 10, 15 minutes. So let's preview the matches one by one in a
yeah,
timely
yeah,
manner.
let's do it. So
So,
Friday we have a game tomorrow. Crystal Palace at home, night game against Tottenham. If Tottenham are going to slip, this is the game to slip because they've played on Monday. Then they're going to play on Friday. Palace at home are different than Palace away, especially nights at Selhurst Park. They will show up, but they're depleted on defense. So if I could see a draw happening here, just because it's quick turnaround, it's a lot of Palace. They're a good team. Roy Hodgson will try and win this game. Then we go Saturday early. Chelsea versus Brentford at home. Do we see more growth from Chelsea? I think the question for this game for anyone who supports the Blues is these are games that if Chelsea are going to move into the top half and really push for Europe, Brentford at home, London Derby, you got to beat Brentford. Brentford
yeah.
are much, much better when they're playing
Well,
counterattack. This is the type of game that Brentford are like, bring it. So we'll see what Chelsea are made of. But I think what I saw from them with Arsenal, I like. Then a 6-pointer, about as 6-pointer as a 6-pointer can get. Bournemouth versus Burnley. If either of these teams want to stay up, they've got to win this game. I think if Bournemouth lose, Iraola gets fired.
I mean, but hold on. Like, if I mean Burnley, I mean it's a must win for them too. I mean they're
Yeah, no, I know. It's this is about as must win as it gets. Yeah, this
yeah
is like,
on either side. And to your point with Chelsea though,
mhm.
like Chelsea, they have to win this match. I don't think this ain't even. it's a question to where I know they're similar. Well, not similar, but Brentford is 14, Chelsea's 10, but they still got to get this game, man.
No, but I think for Chelsea, though, I think there's a realization within the fandom that they've had the
And what?
4 good games. If they stumble against Brentford but play
Man,
well, I think it's okay.
you're crazy, man. You're acting like Chelsea is it's a hood club. No,
Yeah, but
Chelsea.
they're in full rebuild. I think for them it's progression.
Do
Like
you
they
think
had a
Brentford?
good game against Arsenal, now go beat Brentford. But if
Yeah,
they
you have to beat
lose but play well, I think it's okay.
Okay. No,
They're
okay, so,
still young.
Arsenal,
Still super
Sheffield United,
young.
that's a
That
mass
is about as easy a win at Chelsea should. If Arsenal don't walk this game, they're not
that's a problem.
serious.
They're not serious.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
they're
that's
not serious.
100%. All of the matches are really I don't know what happened with the Premier League that everything shifted and everybody's playing easy. I mean,
Well, what
easy.
happens is they have so many teams in Europe, everyone plays on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, they shift everything over because Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday.
So,
I do think that your boys are gonna have a tough game. Wolves, uh, at home.
watch along, baby. We have to watch along.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Wolves at home after you play in Europe, after taking a really tough loss, you've got to pick yourself back up, go at Wolves again, make sure that Dan Burn has the help because Neto will go past him. So they've got to make sure that they pick themselves up, find those goals. Gary O'Neill has put himself on the map. If you didn't watch him on Monday Night Football on Sky, the guy is a real football coach.
yeah.
He was on television for 3 hours, breaking it down, explaining philosophy, drawing things out, explaining, just really showed himself as a real coach to be reckoned with. Like we saw him with Bournemouth and was like, how did this team stay up? Amazing work. Then we saw him over here. We saw him jump in and push again. And now we've got a chance to see Gary O'Neill really show if he can get a result. His chances with this team could be incredible. I would be afraid. Howe versus O'Neill. Maybe in the future, these are two great English coaches. Things change,
Yeah.
coaches emerge.
So, but with the Newcastle thing, I think it's a must win for Newcastle
Mm-hmm.
because the next match is going to be a tough one. Well, you got Manchester United for the EFL Cup, which is going to be, you know,
That
we
game
still,
doesn't matter.
no, no, no. What do you mean, man? We got to compete every single front. We got to be active, man. We got nah. I don't believe in that crap. You got to go out there and play. But at the end of
Yeah.
the day, you're still going to have to go out there and play. Meaning for the
Yeah,
next match,
it's a revenge. They knocked them out of the cup the last year, so
for the next match, you got so it's just back to back to back, and they're gonna be gassed up, but
mhm.
you just gotta move, you just gotta get it done.
Yeah, and then we
Uh,
have West
West Ham
Ham versus
Everton.
Everton. Everton should wanna I mean, we have another loss in football of Sir Bill Kenwright. He's been the chairman at Everton since 1999, a chairman, and then actually ran the club all this time. He passes away, so Everton have a little bit more to play for. This is not a game I'd expect Everton to get anything from, but I can see draw all over this. Moyes versus Dyche could get really gnarly. Then our boys, Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest at home. No chance for Nottingham Forest, although it is a European Cup classic. If you know the history, 1978, Clough knocks out Liverpool in the playoffs, and then Nottingham Forest go on to win their first Champions League. Amazing stuff. So there's a lot of history in this fixture, but the way Liverpool are playing right now, Nottingham Forest away from home, this could get ugly. It could be a 5. Then my boys Brighton defeating Ajax, who, if you know anything about European football history, it is a shock beyond shocks. Ajax of Amsterdam are in the relegation zone in the freaking Eredivisie. Incredible. One of the great clubs of history. And actually a feather in the cap for Ten Hag. He was their last good manager, and they've fallen apart since he left. Now, I don't know that there's a direct connection, but if you want to play he was their last good manager, and maybe he was holding the team together, I don't know. But they're a selling club. All those players they sold, they're unable to sustain where they are. But Brighton do defeat them 2-0, I think, today. Brighton do play Fulham, but they're not really used to the Thursday, Sunday thing. We'll see what they can get from Fulham. Fulham were bad against Spurs on Monday. Villa versus Luton Town at Villa Park. We were singing the praises of Villa and Unai Emery, who won 4-1. They're going to beat Luton Town. Luton Town are making up the numbers. These are not the games that Luton are going to see as places to get points. For them, they hope for a draw, right?
Yeah.
They did have a 2-goal comeback against Nottingham Forest. Unpredictable, but Luton are not looking at this game as a game for points. Then that takes us to the late Sunday game. Manchester United, Manchester City at Old Trafford. City looking for vengeance. City still, in my mind, not as good as I want them to be. Very, very defensive. Not able to kick teams off the park. Everyone's going to talk about, oh, City score goals. They don't. They're very one-dimensional, very stuck on Haaland. It's weird right now. I don't like where City are, but I like the idea of Johnny Evans going up against Erling Haaland. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's your Premier League preview right there. We'll see what happens. The biggest match, Manchester United, Manchester City on Sunday.
Yeah, Saturday is a day for if your wife has been complaining about you watching football every Saturday.
Watch
You
it.
go, you know what, honey? I'll take the kids out Saturday morning. You're not gonna miss out on too much.
Now I have to watch the tune, man. I have to watch the tune. I
Yeah, but
have
that's the
to.
late. That's the late game. No,
Yeah,
oh no,
that's
yeah,
Saturday. Well, for me,
yeah,
11 a.m.
Saturday late.
Yeah, that's the latest. Yeah, that is true. Well, anyways, that was it. That was a short episode for you. That's good.
Hey,
That's good,
you
man.
gave me the wrong time, Mr.
I
Time Zone.
I
You
I
told me to
did
come on early, and I'm here, but you went even earlier for me.
I did give you the wrong time. I have to admit that. I did. But anyways, that was it for this show. Thank you so much to all the commentators. A lot of people getting on and commentating. Thank you. It died down at the end a little bit, but it's okay. No big deal. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Laurent, Chris, this is Football Tonight on Top FC TV. We'll see each other next time, ladies and gents.